This is position 1.01 from Francois Tardieu's Backgammon Strategic Concepts book. Here's the position. We are blue. We rolled a 3-2. Our home board's in the bottom right. We're going to look at the pros and cons of three possible moves using the 3-2. I'll give you my thoughts on the position of the moves. We'll look at feedback from XG, and then we'll look at Tardieu's thoughts. The first move we'll look at is making the advanced anchor on the 21. The second move we'll look at is hitting with the 3 on the 3 spot and moving up from 23 to 21. And the third possibility we'll look at is covering our blot on the 11 and hitting on the 3. Here's the first possibility, making the advanced anchor. It's a good anchor, a good solid anchor on the 21 point. Cleans up two of our two blots back there, but it leaves our blot on the 11 point. Here's the final position. Second possibility is to step up from 23 to 21 and hit on the 3. Hitting on the 3 destabilizes our opponent, takes away half of his roll. He has to come in, and he's in the bar. It's good hit now because we have 2 home board points. Our opponent only has 1, so we have the better home board. Stepping up to the 21 allows us to have a direct hit on the blot on the 15. However, it also puts us in contact of 3 of our opponent's checkers, the one on the 15, 17, and 19. Final position looks like this. Third possibility is to cover our blot on the 11 and hit on the 3. Hit on the 3 destabilizes our opponent, even though it is a deep point. We'd prefer to be hitting on the 5 or the 7, but it does destabilize our opponent, which is a good thing. Covers our blot on the 11 and also blocks 6s. If our opponent comes in with a 5 from the bar, his 6s will be blocked. Final position looks like this. Look at the whole board. Look at all the features of the position, the pip count, the threats, strength of each player's board, and decide which of the 3 moves you would make. And we'll look at what XG says. XG says third best of the 3 moves is to make the advanced anchor. Making the advanced anchor, it's good to have the anchor. However, it fails to hit our opponent. And our number one goal, priority, is to stop our opponent's back checker from escaping or hitting us on the 11. So since it's not doing that, not hitting the checker on the 3, that's why this is the third best of the 3. Next best is to be hitting on the 3 and stepping up to the 21. Hitting on the 3 destabilizes our opponent, puts him on the bar. So that's good. However, moving up from the 23 to 21 is not as effective as bringing another builder down to the 11 and covering our blot, blocking 6s from the 5 point. So that's why this is rated the top play by XG. It hits our opponent, puts him on the bar, covers our blot, makes our board better. So that's why this is the top rated play by XG. Tardieu says that destabilizing our opponent at the beginning of the game is good when especially when we have a better home board, which we do. We have two spots covered. Our opponent only has one spot covered in the home board. Our opponent has another blot on the 15, which we could shoot for. And this will give us the initiative, the momentum to make our board better before our opponent makes their board better. If I modify the position to give us a little prime here and move white's back checker back to the 1, then it's less important for us to hit. We don't want to be hitting on the 1 spot. We want to be covering the 5 next or the 9. So now it's good to make the advanced anchor. And then next, go for strengthening our prime and our home board. Otherwise, if we didn't have such a good prime here, a home board, then we would have to be, and if our opponent was on the 3, threatening to escape or even hit us, then we would have to hit in that case. But here, it's better to make the advanced anchor.